Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. If you've been on here for a while, I'm sure you're aware of us talking about controversial topic. Recently, the JFK file has been released to the public. Now, in my personal opinion, I'm not going to go over the JFK files. Why? Because all the evidence that is out there, we've already known. We know who's behind it. We know the reason why JFK was assassinated. We know who did the assassination. I'm not gonna mention the name. I'm not gonna mention the name. Do the research, and if not, go ahead and read the JFK file and read it for yourself, and you will figure out exactly who's behind it. There's a particular name that's come up over and over again. Anyways, go ahead and read the file for yourself. Now, the reason why I don't want to go over the JFK file is for one reason and one reason alone. Haven't you noticed that the timing is very strange? People have been asking for the JFK file for how long now? And now all of a sudden, it just comes out. And a lot of it has actually not been redacted, which I'm kind of surprised about. Now, the reason why the JFK file has finally been released today is for one reason and one reason alone. This is why. So, this guy. Now, if you are not aware, this is the time of Israel. So this is, you know, this is a source that's from Israel that reports this stuff. So this is not something that somebody has made up or anything like that. So this guy was supposed to go on trial for his corruption. He was supposed to go on trial. So instead of going on trial, he decided to take away over 500 innocent lives. Why? So that way he can buy himself a few more time. Now, you're not going to see people talk about this. Why? Because they're busy talking about the JFK file. And like I said, we know who did who's behind the JFK assassination. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. And so they decided to release it now because this guy was supposed to go on trial and decided to take 500 plus innocent lives so that way he can skip the court day. Let me repeat that again in case you guys didn't hear what I said. He took over 500 innocent lives so he would not go on trial for his aggression, for his crime against humanity. There's no length these people will not go to achieve their goal. This is a level of corruption in which we have never seen in the 21st century. This is a level of corruption that so many people have just sat by and let it happen and not say anything. How can you read and see what's going on in Palestine and you still sit there and say, war's war? This is not a war. This is a genocide. I know a war when I see a war. I've been in war. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. This is not a war. This is a genocide. You have America who is backing up this guy to do what he does. And on top of that, the people of Yemen decided to say, hey, we are going to continue to stop the food that's going into Israel for as long as you do not give the Palestinian people their human right. Yemen decided to say, if you decide to give the Palestinian people their human right, we will stop. We will let this ship pass. Instead of America saying, hey, the Yemeni people are right. You guys should allow humanitarian aid to enter Gaza so that way the people can be taken care of. Instead, America says, no, we're going to go ahead and stop Yemen. And now you have innocent Americans who should not be involved, by the way, because this is a conflict in the Middle East. I don't know how it has anything to do with America. They should not be involved in this. But now they're about to be shipped across the sea to go and give up their lives for this guy. They're about to go give up their life for this guy. A guy that is supposed to be put on trial for corruption. He is about to be, America is about to send innocent people to go give up their lives for this man right here. Ladies and gentlemen, you tell me, is this a corruption on a scale that you've never seen before? All because he wanted to, well, postpone his court date. Because he knows if this war's over, he knows that once he ends this war, he's going to be put on trial for war against humanity. And he knows he's not going to win. I mean, it's obvious. How do I know it's obvious? Because the IOF themselves are broadcasting it. They talk to people on Omegle. They talk to people on live stream. Talk about how much people they have, unalive. How many innocent kids they have unalive. And they boast about it. They boast about it. And one thing you need to understand is it's not normal for soldiers to do something like that. If this is a war and not a genocide, if this is a war, soldiers usually don't go on TikTok talk about, oh, I have unalived this many soldiers. They don't do that. They don't do that. They don't have time to do that. But these people have time to do that because you want to know why? Because they know that they are fighting kids. They know that they are fighting people that cannot fight back properly. They know that. That's why they have time to turn on their phone and go to TikTok and go to Omegle and go to all these other sites and talk to the people and boast about how many innocent lives they've taken. Like I said, I got much bigger fish to fry. I have no time to talk about JFK. Why? Why do I not have time for that? Because like I said, the answer is plain and obvious. It's plain and obvious. We know who's behind it. We know who's behind it. I'm not going to say who it is. If you want to know who's behind it, go ahead and read the JFK file for yourself. I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a news that the mainstream media is not going to go over. I wanted to give you guys a topic that the JFK file is going to distract you from. Anyways, if you made it this far, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.